What's going on? We back with the boxing clinic and more. You know, we doing a late night grind. It's your boy CJ Goodfella, man. Quick break, real quick. I wanted to talk about Mauricio Sulaiman Jr. laying down the gauntlet on Gennady Golovkin. They boxing him, man, like a box Chevy. Excuse the background noise on break at work, but Mauricio Sulaiman Jr., president of WBC, tells Canelo, you better take that Canelo fight, or you got to fight Charlo. So the IBF may force him to fight Sergey Shevchenko. Then the WBC is going to force him to fight Jermall Charlo. So he going to have to drop one of them belts unless he going to fight Canelo or try to wait for Billy Joe Saunders, man. And if you wait for Billy Joe Saunders, they still might not grant him that exception. So, I mean, either he gonna fight Charlo or he going to fight Shevchenko, lose a belt, or he going to fight Canelo and be able to keep his belts. Or he might still use the Sergey Shevchenko belt. But there haven't been no ruling about that yet. So, I'm glad they boxing this fraud in, though. I definitely am, because I'm not saying that he'll beat the shit out of Jermall Charlo, or he won't, but you know I want to see that fight, and it'll be interesting to see what Triple G does. Would it surprise me if he truly retired? No, because now he being forced to fight. It seems like the WBC is back on Canelo terms, because guess what? They get that 3% out of that purse. So that bag is good with Canelo. It's the biggest bag they can buy. That bag purse they get from Sergey Shevchenko, that ain't nothing. They don't want that money. They want that big, long money. And that's with Canelo. So they telling him, like, hey, look, Mauricio Sulaiman Jr. say, hey, take that Canelo fight. Fuck that split shit, man. Take that fight. And the Triple G, he still want to be stubborn and don't take the fight, then he going to get stripped in one of his belts or both his belts if he don't fight Sergey Shevchenko, if they rule that way, or if he don't fight Jermall Charlo. So I love it, man. I love it. I've been the first person telling people Triple G was a fraud. Looking over guys' resumes and looking like, man, that ain't right, man. I don't see that, man. I don't see him being that good, man. They got a lot of talent that meets the eye, but I'm talking about throwing them bows. I don't see it, bro. But yeah, man, I'm happy that the WBC is forcing his hand and the IBF is caving in on him. So, will he go back to the bargaining table and try to compromise and take the deal with Canelo? It sure seems like he gonna have to, man. Because if the IBF strip him, and then, the WBC strip him for not fighting Canelo, and then don't want to fight Jermall Charlo, what else do we got? He gonna go, ain't shit too much he do. He don't want to move up. He can't move down. He's just gonna be the super WBA champion, and, it is gonna be what it is. And Canelo, next time he going to try to want to fight Canelo and try to talk some shit about Canelo next year, Canelo going to try to offer him 25%. Because he going to say he don't need him no more, which you ain't got no belts. So at the end of the day, yeah, he in a tight pickle right here. And that's on him, man. At the end of the day, he could have just fought Sergey Shevchenko and got that fight sanctioned and had to worry, and get that fight, fight that man so he had to worry about him, man. Would have had the IBF, but he could save face here, or at least with the WBC, before the IBF ruling, and just fight Canelo. Still bringing him a nice little bag. Would he want to be a prima donna and try to play hardball with Oscar De La Hoya like he hurting Oscar, like he hurting Canelo? All you gonna do is prolong this shit longer. Then next year when you're ready to fight Canelo, you're gonna be a year older. You're gonna have a year more, 2 more fights of punishment, and you're gonna be all more wore down and old and crippled, more crippled. But at the end of the day, it's time to run that fight with Jermall Charlo, man. And who do I predict? Like if it's down to him having to fight Sergey Shevchenko by August 3rd, and maybe they can get extension, or is he fighting Jermall Charlo? Which route do we take? Which belt do we try to keep? And I think at this point, with the WBC trying to force him to fight Canelo or face Jermall Charlo, I think he's gonna try to keep the IBF, man. Honestly, I think he'll keep the Super WBA and the IBF. I think he's gonna drop the WBC. And remember, Abel Sanchez said they wasn't interested in fighting Jermall Charlo on several occasions. They said unless they forced it. But at this point, if you got to drop a belt, I think he gonna let Jermall Charlo have that belt, and then he gonna be able to fight Danny Jacobs for that belt eventually, if that's what they want. Unless Danny Jacobs get a Canelo fight, because I know he ain't gonna get no Triple G fight. So this is great news. Sanctioning belt bodies doing the right thing, making boxing great again, and that's what we need. We need that. Hopefully WBC stand on that 10 toes down. And Golovkin can get with the program. If he don't get with the program, strip his ass. IBF and WBC, man. Strip this dude of that fake ass image and fake ass persona you got, man. Strip him of his dignity and make him walk down the fucking ring walk and fight some WBA mandatory bum ass motherfucker, man. Because we tired of this fraud, man. You know, and then let's see how he move and how people justify if he drop both of these belts and one of these belts to duck one guy and not fight the other guy. I advise him to go ahead and fight Canelo. You know, it's a good money fight. He off the clenbuterol, and he been off a year. You done tuned up and greased up and warmed up a little bit. He coming out cold. So, I mean, it's in his best interest to fight Canelo. But guess what? He want to play hardball like he a financial don when he really ain't shit, man. But shout out to everybody. Shout out to the Lions Den box community. Shout out to the YTBC. Everybody that's grinding in between. We working. Don't forget the links in the description. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Follow us there. We do some good work, man. Shout out to the homie Money Brown TV, man. I see you working. See you grind. Ain't nobody safe box community. We gone.